Welcome to Sainte Baume in Provence in France. I'm Jacquelyn and I'm in the middle of my beautiful pilgrimage with a couple of women who have joined me travelling through the Languedoc and on to Provence now, where we're having our 5-day mystery school. And part of that mystery school is that we come here to Sainte Baume. So if you're not familiar with Sainte Baume, there is a cave, a grotte, which is just below where I'm standing. And that is the cave that legend says Mary Magdalene lived in for 30 years while she taught and healed and shared the wisdom of the teachings of Christ. And she travelled through these lands, but it's believed that that's where her base was. It is a little windy up here at the top of the mountain, so please bear with the camera moving around a little bit. So just to show you, that is the little chapel here right at the top. So the cave sits down the mountain range underneath that, and that little chapel there is marks the place where she is said to have ascended into heaven, carried by the angels. This is an amazingly sacred mountain, and the energy of the sacred feminine, the divine feminine, the ancient teachings of the feminine, or the codes of those, are held here in this mountain. You can feel it when you're here, and I found it really fascinating coming from the Languedoc. And our last stop, or really when we just first moved into Provence, we were in Saintes-Maries-de-le-Mer, where the Marys were said to have landed in a boat. And the Dark Madonna is there in the Basilica. And when I communed with the Dark Madonna in the Basilica, she talked about me moving out of the darkness and into the light. And as I reflected on that, and that sounds actually not great, does it? But it means stop hiding myself. And as I reflected on that, I realized the journey through the Languedoc, there are amazing sights and it's beautiful, but it is in the darkness in some ways, in that there is so much mystery there. Things have been hidden. And sometimes it can feel like there's distortion, very often distortion in the land, although you can feel the truth there as well. And then when you move across into Provence and when you come here to Sainte Baume, it does feel like the energy lightens, that it's more pure, that here the Magdalene's energy is pure. It hasn't been hijacked in the same way. It's interesting because her cave has been turned into a church, but it's still a cave. You know, it's not like the wall, everything's been plastered. It's still a cave, and her essence is very much there with all the statues. It's very sacred. And this has been a beautiful day because there's hardly been any people around. So we've had the place to ourselves pretty much, except the tourists who are just sitting in my camera view at the moment. I don't know if you can see them in front of the little chapel, or maybe you can hear them, but other than that, there have not been many people here. So it's really been a chance to move into, or to really feel and experience the energy of this land, this sacred site. I was really in a very deep channeling within the chapel in front of my favorite statue there. And the energy of the Magdalene is very strong within me at the moment. She is a strong part of the rose line. She is one of the oracles of the rose. And often I don't tune into her as much because I feel like I know her energy better. And so I tend to tune into the other oracles when I'm doing meditations and so on. But she's really called me home this time. Like being here, she's so strong within me. And I feel very grateful to have shared this experience with two beautiful ladies. It's like a little trinity, or you could see it as the three sort of faces of the goddess. And just on the other side of the little chapel here, I recorded the first meditation. It was amongst all these magnificent wildflowers. I recorded the first meditation for the offering that I have, which is to receive meditations from 8 of the sacred sites that I'm visiting in Europe. So I recorded the first meditation. So if you'd like to receive those, you can still join. And even if you're listening to this later, you can still join and receive the meditations. So I'll put the link in the comments below, in the notes below. Plus you get to join my Telegram group where I'm sharing regular photos through my journeys over the next, well, I've still got 3 months of traveling to go. So there's a lot there. There's a lot of activation for you there. So let me give you a last little, I haven't shown you the view yet of this mountain. I was right over near the edge before and I went, I think I'll move away a little from the edge. Look at that. It's just exquisite. It really feels like you're on top of the world here. You can even see out to the sea, the Mediterranean that way. So just come around our little, we've got some visitors coming in. I don't know if they'll come into view, but anyway, they are most welcome. Anyway, thank you for sharing this experience with me. Please join in with the meditations if you'd like to have more of this. And sending you so much love and truth from here, from this beautiful place, from the hikers who are here. And the message that both the Black Madonna and so the dark aspect and the light aspect, if you like, of the Magdalene gave me in the last few days was remember who you are. And that was said in the voice from the Lion King. If you remember the Lion King, where that voice is, Simba, remember who you are. That's the voice that's been coming to me. So this is my reminder to you to remember who you are. And if you feel you want help with that, call on the Magdalene to support you in that, to see you, to support you in your blossoming like the rose. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining my journey. Au revoir.